Hello students, welcome back. We will be doing lesson number 8 in your textbook for Science II, that is useful and harmful microbes. Useful and harmful microbes, children. You all must have heard this word microbes. Have you heard? What does that word microbe mean? Anybody? What is meant by microbes, or what does that word microbe mean? Any idea? And what are the characteristics? Can anybody tell me? Okay, I'll get to it. I'll get back to the answer there. The living organisms which cannot be seen by our naked eyes. Naked eyes is just like this openly when you cannot see such things with our naked eyes, but they are all around us. Microbes are there all around us, but we cannot see them with our naked eyes, alright? These organisms are what are called as what? Nothing but microbes. So microbes are organisms which you cannot see with your naked eyes, but they are present all around us. Remember this part very clearly, children. All microbes have prokaryotic cells. Again, you all have learned this in the 8th standard there, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Yes, all these microbes have prokaryotic cell, that is, they are unicellular and they can be seen only under a microscope. You can observe microbes only under a microscope. That's why I said microbes are organisms which cannot be seen with our naked eyes. They have to be seen or observed under a microscope. And where are they present? They are present all around us. Okay? Now, a microscope, when you come to class, when we will be doing the practicals, I will be showing you the microscope once again all over and you will be able to see. I will be preparing slides for you all so you can see the microorganisms when I come, when it is one-to-one in the class. See that, pray that this nothing goes away quickly and you all are all back to the classroom where I can demonstrate all these things for you all there. Okay? Now, let us go to the next question that I have, or just to clear certain things in your mind which is going on. In what way are microbes related to our everyday life? It is there in your textbook there. Alright, this question is already there in the textbook. In what way are microbes related to our everyday life? Alright, yes, if there are, that's why the topic only goes useful and harmful microbes. There are microbes which are useful for human beings, useful for the nature, but there are microbes which are harmful for human beings and even harmful for the nature. Let us see that. Many microbes are useful to us. Alright, many microbes are useful to us and we use them for our benefits, such as making yogurt from milk, which is done by nothing but lactobacilli bacteria. Okay, yogurt from milk. I'm coming to this point there. Secondly, we make use of yeast for making breads, buns, etc. Alright, and yeast is a type of fungus. Yeast is a type of fungus which is very useful. Some microbes are harmful and they cause disease or affect our health. Now I have used the word yogurt. You all also have heard this. What does this word yogurt mean? Can anybody tell me what does that word yogurt mean? It is nothing but your dahi. Yes, dahi. From dahi you make different things. You make curry, you make buttermilk. Yes, which you consume during the summer season. It is very good for the health. So what I say? We make yogurt from milk, which is done by a bacterial microbe called as lactobacilli. Lactobacillus. Okay, yogurt is made from a microbe called as lactobacilli. Alright, same way, yeast. We make breads, right? Bread, bun and all. Yes, from a bun. It is made by wheat flour, to which wheat flour or maida, whatever you want to use. Yes, and to this, what is being added? You add a microbe called as yeast. So these these are what? Nothing but useful bacteria which is helping us. Alright, that's why it is termed as useful microbe. But there are certain cases in which you don't use them because they create some sort of problem or nuisance or some sort of damage to your body. It's not given to you in your textbook, but I've just related to you. You all have learned the lesson diseases, yes, in the lower classes there. And in that you have come across a disease called as TB, which is nothing but tuberculosis. I'm sure you all have heard that there, okay? Yes, tuberculosis is caused by a microbe, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, TB is caused by a microbe named Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which is harmful for your body. You know the symptoms of TB, they cough, the person loses weight, he becomes thinner and thinner, and he loses immunity power, then he can be affected by various other diseases also. Okay, another one is also again called as Escherichia coli, E. coli that you call it. Okay, for TB it is Mycobacterium tuberculosis, I told you on that, and E. coli. Okay, this is my TB and abdominal disorders. Abdominal, that is of your stomach. Okay, abdominal discomfort you can say. I'm just not specifying the thing there. Abdominal discomfort is caused by Escherichia coli. Okay, you can call it as E. coli. Alright, it causes the harmful effects in your body there. Alright, I hope this part is also clear to all my students there. Next, we'll go learn something about lactobacilli. Lactobacilli. Alright, I told you it is useful for making curds. You all learned that. Alright, curd. Now, how do we get to see or observe lactobacilli? It's a small process that you need. Alright, take a smear. Smear is something, a few drops you can say. A smear, just apply a smear, but a thin layer. Take a smear of fresh buttermilk on a glass slide and stain it with methylene blue. Okay, we are using a stain, methylene blue. Now this methylene blue, which I told here, is a stain. Why? Because it helps us to identify the different parts very clearly. Because certain regions get colored, and when you observe under the microscope, you are able to see all the different parts or understand the different parts. Alright? Stain it with methylene blue and observe it under a microscope. Alright? Now, when we observe under a microscope, we are able to see blue rod-shaped organisms. Okay, when we observe under the microscope, what are we able to see? We are able to see rod-shaped organisms. Alright, and lactobacilli are minute and they are rectangular in shape. They are anaerobic bacteria, that is, they respire and they survive in the absence of oxygen. That is, they can produce energy without the use of oxygen. Lactobacilli produce energy without the use of oxygen there. They do not need oxygen there. They convert. What is the function? They convert lactose sugar. They convert lactose sugar, which is present in the milk, into lactic acid. The function of lactobacilli is what? Yogurt, I told you, is made from curds, dahi. You all must have seen how does mama make dahi at home. You see, if you all have not seen, tell mama to show you that process there, how she is making curds at home. Oh, but today if you go to shop, it's readily available. But basically, in the traditional way, we use, when I grew up, I used to see how my mother used to do, alright? So same way, tell mama, I want to see how you make curds at home then, alright? So what are they saying? They convert the lactose. Now milk is being used to prepare curds. Milk contains lactose. What happens to this lactose there? This lactobacilli which is present converts the lactose sugar in the milk into lactic acid and thus produces yogurt from the milk. Alright. They are used they are also used in the process of various types of fermentations wherever you need. Alright. Now, next process I am coming down detail how curd is being made. How is yogurt made from milk and what exactly happens in this process? Let us see what it is. I am sure. Okay, let you all will get it easily. Now tell your mama to show you this process at home then. The process at home, that is the culture of the previous yogurt containing lactobacilli is added to lukewarm milk. You take a small vessel, mama takes a small vessel. In that she pours little lukewarm milk, that is coconut, alright? Lukewarm, not very hot, not very cold, just lukewarm milk she takes in the small pan or a vessel or a bowl, and to that she adds something, that is the already existing curds. The already existing curd, that is called as virza in Marathi, okay? Yes, and she allows that curd to remain there. So when we add this already existing or pre-existing curd culture to the milk, there is a chemical reaction which is taking place. There is a set of reaction which is happening in that milk there, alright? First of all, the milk gets curdled. Okay, the milk gets curdled, yes. And the lactose sugar which is present in the milk, I told you in the earlier part, is getting converted into lactic acid, alright? The lactose sugar present in the milk is getting converted to lactic acid, alright. Now, here's the chemical change I told you is taking place. What is it? The pH of milk. The pH of milk, yes, which was at around 6.7 to 6.9 changes, alright, or it gets reduced. Yes, the pH gets reduced due to the lactic acid and the milk proteins. The milk proteins get separated out. The milk proteins get separated from the other constituents, yes, and the coagulation of milk occurs. Coagulation, ghat hota hai. When you keep the milk, it is a liquid, it's very it flows. It's just like in that state. It is the consistency of milk is in that stage there. Fluid, just like flows away there, yes. But once the cultured curds are added, the milk gets curdled. Okay, pitta hai. Alright, you all call it as, yes. And when you allow it to settle it, or like when you allow it to settle or remain there, allow it to remain there for some time, what happens? The milk starts coagulating. It starts thickening, alright? The milk starts coagulating or thickening. And what is this? This is nothing but the fermentation process that is happening inside the milk. The fermentation and coagulation process changes the milk into yogurt. Maybe 3-4 hours or 6 hours depending upon the temperature. Even the temperature plays a major role in the setting of curds there. Okay. Now, if you see, yogurt has a specific taste, khatta taste, little bit sour taste, right? Have you all eat curds? I'm sure summer season everybody enjoys a bowl of curds along with some sugar or something like that. Then, if you see, yogurt has a sour taste due to the presence of lactic acid, and yes, due to the presence of lactic acid and the low pH. We know, I told you in the earlier part that the milk has a pH of between 6.9 to 6.7 to 6.9, but when cultured curd is added, or when it starts coagulating or during the process of fermentation, the pH falls down to almost 3.5. Yes, hence because of this, the low pH which is present in yogurt is very harmful, is very good for your body. Why? Because it destroys all the harmful microbes that are present. Okay, it is very good for you all there, and the changes are occurring because of that. Now, there is a new word coming up in your textbook, that is probiotic. Probiotic, alright? Probiotic, yes, probiotic. What does the word probiotic mean there? Well, I've heard in small samples of curd packets when you buy it is probiotic curds. It is written there, yogurt, probiotic yogurt. Okay, eatables which are made healthy. Probiotic means nothing means probiotic is nothing but healthy food items which are made by adding bacteria like lactobacilli. All right. Is called termed as what? Probiotics. Probiotics, eatables which are made healthy by adding useful bacteria like lactobacilli is called as probiotics. Again I repeat, eatables which are made healthy by adding useful bacteria, like lactobacilli are called as what? Probiotics. Alright. Now, why are probiotics considered to be healthy? Why are probiotics considered to be healthy? Can anybody give me the answer for this, or can anybody tell me the reason why is it being said that probiotics are healthy? Any question? I have already spoken few sentences on that just now. Okay, I'll tell the answer. The eatables which are of probiotic types are healthy because they kill the harmful bacteria like Clostridium. Yes, like Clostridium, which may be present in the alimentary canal, and they also help to increase our immunity. I told you in the earlier part, these probiotics kill the harmful bacteria which are present in our body, and they help us to increase our immunity level. That is, you are able to fight various types of diseases. The alimentary canal, that is your digestive tract. That's why when you have any abdominal problems or any discomfort in your alimentary system, or some nausea or vomiting, or say other problem, what does mama give you at home? She'll give you a bowl of curd rice, right? Because it helps in the easy process of digestion, and at the same time all these microorganisms which are present in your alimentary canal get eliminated or are killed. Okay. Now what I need to tell you is the various uses of lactobacilli. Now from what I have already spoken to you, or what I have made you understand, you all must have got certain hints there that lactobacilli is really a useful microbe there, isn't it? Yes, let us see the various uses of lactobacilli. Okay, various milk products. Okay, we know that from milk we can make different types of things there. Various milk products like yogurt, buttermilk, ghee, cheese, chicken, etc. are all obtained from milk. Alright? I repeat, yogurt, buttermilk, ghee, cheese, chicken, etc. are all obtained from which thing? From the product, that is from milk. Right? Okay. Now, lactobacilli fermentation is useful on a large scale for the production of cider, cocoa, pickles, etc. Yes, cider is nothing but juice made from crushed fruits by the process of fermentation. Apple cider vinegar and all, you have heard about it. Okay, we make different types of pickles from vegetables, and what are we making use of? Which bacteria? We are making use of lactobacilli over there. Okay. Now, lactobacilli and some other useful microbes are taken together to treat abdominal discomfort there. Okay. That is one point. Probiotics that we have learned. Alright. Now, we know that we give domestic animals. We take care of domestic animals there. Right. Yes. Domestic animals. What is the fodder, or what is the food for these domestic animals? At times you send them for grazing, they eat all the grass, leaves and all, they come back. But besides that also, if you see the people who take care of this livestock, or these farmers who have these dairies and all those things, they take extra care of these cattle. Why? Because they need to give sufficient milk, good quality. Yes, hence what they do is they make use of leavened fodder. Leavened fodder. Leavened fodder. Okay, this thing you need to know is leavened fodder is nothing but fermented food with yeast. Okay, fermented food with yeast, adding yeast to it, what happens? It is allowed, and so yeast is added to it, allowed to remain, and what happens? This fodder, it rises, it ferments, it rises, which is very good for the cattle there. Okay, leaving fodder is given to the cattle like cows and buffaloes. Okay, the fodder is fermented with the help of, again, nothing but lactobacilli. All right. Okay, and the lactobacilli fermentation is used to make even wines. You must have seen the Sula wines of Nasik there. What do they make? They make wines from crushed grapes, right? Grapes are crushed during the season of grapes. While these wineries, they produce large amount of wines there. Okay, again, what are we making use of? We are making use of which microbe? Useful microbe, that is lactobacilli. Alright, the lactobacilli fermentation is used to make wines and some types of bread. I hope this is clear to all my children there. Okay. Now, can anybody tell me the different uses of lactobacilli, children? We make different articles from milk. Yes, ghee, cheese, butter, shrikhand, etc. Then I told you it is used for the large scale production of cider, that is from fermented fruits or crushed fruits. Yes, juices which are obtained from fermented fruits, cocoa, pickle, etc. Then I told you that lactobacilli and some other useful microbes, when they are taken together in the right proportion, it is used to treat various abdominal diseases or abdominal discomfort that we can get. That is, again, I told you, it is probiotics. Then I told you leave-in fodder, which is given to livestock like cows and buffaloes. Yes, which keeps them healthy and protects them from various diseases, and at the same time you get a good yield of milk, or the quantity of milk gets increased. Yes, then even in lactobacilli is made use of in wineries, that is to prepare wines from grapes and other things, and at the same time even for the bakery products, that is baking of breads, buns, etc. Okay, now we move on to the next topic, that is Rhizobium symbiotic. Yes, Rhizobium symbiotic. But before I go, children, I have a picture to show you. Yes, I told you methylene blue. This is lactobacilli. If you see this picture there, lactobacilli, you can see that they are rectangular in shape. Okay, lactobacilli, which are rectangular in shape, and they are in clusters, in groups. I told you it is to be observed under a microscope. A sphere, a slide of this kind is taken, and a smear of milk is there, that is, you just pour on it, and you have stained it with methylene blue. What was the stain I told you that we are using? The stain that we used is methylene blue, which gives you clear picture of, when you look under the microscope, you are able to differentiate the different cellular organelles inside there. Okay. Now, Rhizobium symbiotic. Rhizobium symbiotic bacteria. Rhizobium. Rhizobium symbiotic bacteria. Okay, children? Yes, Rhizobium is a symbiotically living bacteria. Now, a new term. I am sure you all have gone through it, but I think I'll show you. Symbiotic. Alright, symbiotic. Okay. Now, let us see what it is. Rhizobium is a symbiotically living bacteria with leguminous plants. Now, it is a symbiotic bacteria with leguminous plants. This also you have to study. Leguminous plants. That is all pulses. Okay, you can say pulses, beans, and all those things. Fenugreek, all those things are where you find leguminous plants. The methi, best example of a leguminous plants is that of the methi plant there, where you can see the root nodules there. That part I am explaining to you all when I continue with it. Okay, as of now, I'll just go back to one simple question there. What is meant by microbes? Microbes are nothing but living organisms which cannot be seen with our naked eyes. They are present everywhere. You need to observe them under a microscope, okay, or under a compound microscope. There are two types of microscopes, simple microscope and a compound microscope. Microbes can be observed only under a compound microscope. And how can you see the first bacteria that we useful bacteria that I taught to you was lactobacilli. Lactobacilli can be seen under a compound microscope using a smear of buttermilk. Buttermilk is talc, I told you. Take a smear of buttermilk on a slide and add a drop of methylene blue, that is a stain. What will you see? You will see rectangular organisms, rod-shaped organisms when you see under a microscope. I showed you the picture also of that. Okay. The next part of the lesson will continue in the next period, children. Thank you so much.